time Offset just out of the blue and be like, excuse my language, everybody. Yo, you up, bro. Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And you've acknowledged that to me.
Yeah, I fucked up. Know what I mean? Just being real shit. I fucked up.
You want to take my shit because I'm moving on? Move on. Move on. Why can't you move on? Why can't you move on?
Offset just shocked the entire hip-hop world by admitting on a recent podcast that divorcing Cardi B was the worst mistake of his entire life, confessing that he regrets everything and has been desperately begging her to take him back, even going so far as to reveal that he's been texting her nonstop asking for forgiveness, but receiving no replies, and promising he would do anything to win her heart again. For years, the world has watched Offset and Cardi B's relationship unfold like a high-stakes drama series, filled with love, betrayal, passion, breakups, and reunions. From the day they revealed they were secretly married in 2017, the spotlight never left them, and every twist of their romance became headline news. Fans saw them as hip-hop's Bonnie and Clyde, a powerful duo who could overcome any scandal and still hold each other down. But at the heart of it all was a deep love that seemed impossible to break, until it finally did. Cardi and Offset's marriage collapsed under the weight of repeated cheating scandals, constant fights, and public humiliation, leading Cardi to finally pull the plug and walk away. Many thought that would be the end of it, the closing chapter of their chaotic love story. But as we now learned, Offset never wanted to end. During a recent podcast appearance, Offset spoke with raw honesty about his biggest regrets, and with trembling emotion, he admitted that losing Cardi B was not just a mistake. It was the single worst decision of his entire life. He confessed that when the divorce was finalized, he thought he'd be fine, thought he'd move on, and thought he'd find peace without her. But the exact opposite happened. Offset revealed that the silence of his home without Cardi and her children was unbearable, the emptiness of his nights haunting, and the weight of loneliness crushing him every single day. For a man who has lived his life in fame, fortune, and music, Offset admitted that none of it mattered anymore without Cardi B by his side. Offset went even further by admitting that he has been trying everything in his power to win her back. He exposed himself by saying that he texts Cardi every single day, begging her to forgive him, to hear him out, and to give him one last chance. But heartbreakingly, Cardi doesn't text back. She's left him on read, ignoring his pleas, as if she's finally done playing the back-and-forth game they've been in for years. Offset admitted it feels like torture, staring at his phone waiting for a reply that never comes, scrolling through her Instagram posts, watching her move on with her life while he drowns in regret. The rapper said that he now understands that love is not replaceable, and that fame and women and parties and the fast lifestyle are nothing compared to the bond he once had with Cardi. Offset explained that no matter how many people he meets or how many shows he performs, he comes home feeling empty without her. He admitted that he betrayed her trust over and over again, thinking she would always forgive him, thinking she would always come back, but this time, he pushed her too far. And now, he fears that she's truly gone for good. This confession has shaken the hip-hop community. Fans who once criticized Offset for disrespecting Cardi are now watching him crumble under his own guilt. On social media, clips of the podcast are going viral, with fans posting comments like, "He should have appreciated her when he had her," and "It's too late, she's moved on." Others, however, are urging Cardi to give him one more chance, claiming that love this deep doesn't come around often, and that Offset's sincerity seems real this time. The debate is raging across Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, with fans split down the middle. Should Cardi take Offset back, or should she close the book forever? Offset didn't stop there. In one of the podcast's most emotional moments, he said, "I'll do anything to get her back. I'll change everything about myself, if that's what it takes. I just want my family again." His voice cracked as he admitted that he misses waking up next to Cardi, misses hearing her laugh, misses the chaos and the joy of their household, and most of all, misses being a man she could lean on. For the first time, Offset stripped away his bravado and showed the world a vulnerable side that fans rarely get to see. He wasn't the flashy Migos rapper flexing jewelry and cars. He was a broken man longing for the woman he lost. What makes this moment even more shocking is how public Offset chose to make this confession. He could have stayed silent, kept his regrets private, or tried to move on in silence. But instead, he bared all for the world to hear, almost as if he was making one last desperate plea directly to Cardi through the microphone. Some fans believe this was strategic, a way to pressure Cardi into acknowledging him again, while others say it's a sign that he truly has nothing left to lose and simply wants the world to know how much he loves her. Meanwhile, Cardi herself has been silent on the matter, which makes this entire saga even more intense. On her social media, she continues posting music snippets, fashion looks, and clips with her kids, but never once has she addressed Offset's confession. This silence speaks volumes. Either she's ignoring him because she's moved on, or she's secretly processing it all behind the scenes. Insiders close to Cardi claim she's exhausted from the roller coaster, tired of being hurt, and wary of letting him back in only to be betrayed again. Others say that deep down, Cardi still loves him but is protecting herself until she sees proof that he's really changed. Offset's regret isn't just about love. It's also about legacy. He admitted in the podcast that he fears being remembered as the man who destroyed his family, as the rapper who lost his wife and kids because he couldn't control his impulses. For someone who has achieved so much in music, from chart-topping hits to world tours, Offset admitted none of it feels complete without Cardi. He even went as far as to say that Cardi is the reason he became a better artist in the first place, claiming that her energy, her success, and her drive pushed him to improve and inspired him in ways no one else ever did. Losing her, he said, feels like losing half of himself. The public is now waiting to see what Cardi will do. Will she continue ignoring his texts, letting him spiral deeper into regret? Or will she soften after hearing his emotional confession and consider giving him one last chance? If Cardi does forgive him, it would mark one of the most dramatic reconciliations in celebrity history. A couple torn apart by betrayal, stitched back together by love. But if she doesn't, Offset's pain will only deepen, and he may have to live with the reality that his greatest love story has ended forever. This saga has sparked countless conversations about relationships, forgiveness, and the weight of regret. Many people are using Offset's confession as a cautionary tale, warning others not to take their partners for granted, not to assume someone will always forgive, and not to wait until it's too late to appreciate what you have. Offset himself seems to embody that lesson, becoming living proof that no amount of money, fame, or status can fill the void of a broken heart. And while fans debate, one thing is undeniable: Offset's love for Cardi has never been clearer. Stripped of pride, ego, and excuses, he is now a man begging for one last chance, a man who admits he was wrong,